we are in the part of the very end where it's just prizes and statues and trophies and all sorts of things start flying. And so for those of you who've been here before, know that we came up with something called the Spicies. And maybe next year we'll turn this, somewhere in between, like when the karaoke band takes a break, so we can have this kind of give it the proper nighttime gala that it truly deserves. But for now, we'll do it on Friday afternoon. And going back to the first year, we said, the second year, or first year of Spiceworld, we said, why is it that all these people, movie stars, pop stars, athletes, Justin Timberlake, boy band reference, for Azim, why do they get all these great awards and award shows and all of that? So even as I'm thinking on the fly, I can really see how this is going to work with the karaoke band next year and Spices. But so what are they? Well, there's 3 awards we give away each year, and they represent various traits in the community, traits within the community, and the folks who live those that really make an impact and have done so over a long period of time. And so the first one is the champion, which is the person who's just out there constantly helping promote the word, get the word out about Spiceworks to other IT pros, who's really passionate about growing the user base. So I'll let you think about some of the archetypes or people who may fit that one. The second is the innovator. Who's the one who's constantly pushing the product, the community, pushing Spiceworks forward, giving us lots of feedback in the forums, talking to engineers, or doing even things around the periphery in terms of plugins and scripts and so forth, sharing that with the community that really extends the product's capability. So start thinking about who that might be. And then we've got the hero, just this person who's in there day in and day out, helping everyone within the community, really making an impact, answering questions, helping anybody, anytime. And so, to put that in some context, where have we been over the past 3 years? I'll just let you sort of soak this in for a couple minutes, but by column and by year, we have the winners. Probably a lot of folks that and people who've really built up the community. So we had Justin Dorfman in the first year, really spreading the word, then Andy Phelps, as you heard the story earlier today, and then Yasef Brushan over in Israel. From an innovator standpoint, we had Javier Odom in the early days really pushing us, Scott Allen Miller getting us to think about remote sites and the MSP use cases, and then Martin Martin 9700 over the last year. And then on the hero side, Alan Thomas, David Scammell in year number 2, and then of course Justin Davison in year number 3 of Spiceworld. So who will it be this year? We'll find out in just a moment. Over here we have the trophies. And we have Spiceworks back. Wow. Thanks for these. We normally only see him once every couple of months, and so the amount of sightings we're having today is only made possible, obviously, by the sheer magnitude of the community gathering. So welcome back, Spiceworks. Thank you. So we actually have 4, and you may be wondering what the 4th one is, and that is also last year we instituted one for the best advisor, the best green guy in the community. And last year that was Arun from CA. And this year it is Christopher, I'm never going to pronounce this right, Letessier, Chris from Microsoft. So Microsoft is really, obviously, they just dove into the community. They've done some fantastic things, great partner of ours. Christopher, unfortunately, was not able to be here today, so accepting on his behalf is Spiceworks. And so we'll be sure to get that to Christopher. Okay, so now moving on into the community, the champion, Mr. Beatty. Boom! Yeah, well deserved, buddy. Well deserved. And this really, let's see, do we have official picture spotter? Yeah, there we go, all right. We got to be careful hugging Spiceworks. He's a force. And with Bob, it's certainly, when somebody writes out right at the beginning of their description, their profile, I am a Spiceworks evangelist. If there is a desire to start a Spice Corps, I'm glad to help. I also enjoy helping local Spice Heads implement and better their Spiceworks deployment so they get the most benefit from the greatest free IT software ever built. I am now a Spice University trainer and looking forward to meeting new Spice Heads and hopefully starting some new Spice Corps. And I can't even begin to hazard how many cities you've been to. Right now your car's up in Arkansas, is that right? Yeah, he's driving around, his car's breaking down, and Corvette caravan. So good luck on your travels back, but live and breathe, Bob. All right, the next one is the innovator. No, that'd be your left hand, it looks like. And the winner there is Rob Dunn. All right. Congrats, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Well deserved. Again, Rob's been around since January of 2007, so goes way, way back. And as somebody, you know, Rob's probably somebody who could fit in multiple categories here. You look at some of these stats, 1,600 contributions, 320 best answers, but then it's also these 29 scripts. And if you look at the stuff he shared, just over the past, I think the time frame there was relatively short order of lots of scripts, plugins, how-tos. And so those are all kind of sitting on the edge of Spiceworks, extending it to all sorts of other ways. And so a great way of showing just true innovation around the Spiceworks platform. So again, we appreciate it, Rob. And the last one, and I don't believe he's here, so we'll have to, unless he's really surprised us, is Bite Snake, Marco Volkert over in Dusseldorf. So, and the chance that he's looking at the stream or will be later. When you look at, for him, his activity, just such a heavy orientation towards support. So he's in there day in and day out, answering questions, 3,700 contributions, almost 1,000 best answers, and that's really been heavy over the past year. And so that's also wonderful just to see somebody, you notice a recurring theme here. I think nearly in every year we've had, except for the first, we've had somebody winning from one of these categories from one country. In fact, he'd be our fourth winner from outside of the U.S., so I think it's fantastic if that's 12 potential slots, 4 of them have been won by people outside of the U.S., so truly a global revolution and global community. So thank you, Marco, and thank you to all of the winners. Really, really fantastic.